What up gamers, I'm Jason, and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be unboxing Machina Arcana, the second edition, published by Adreama Games and designed by Juraj Bilich. I hope I pronounced all of that correctly. Now this is the Kickstarter premium version of the game that we have, so if you're wondering why this differs from your own, well, there you go. Now just to tell you a little bit about the game, it is a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players, plays in 30 to 240 minutes. You're going to select a scenario, go through the scenario. This is a steampunk gothic horror game that has some inspiration. Well, it uses the Cthulhu mythos for some of the villains and monsters. You must then complete the scenario with hopefully no one dying along the way. Now with that being said, let's go over to the top-down camera and take a look at what's inside. Now let's take a look at what's in the box for Machina Arcana. This is the second edition of the game and the premium version of it. So let's see what's inside. Now we've got what looks to be a small reference sheet here. Just provides us with some information on, looks to be like what we're getting in the actual game. And then just some explanations for a few things on the back. Here we've got the game manual. We do get a quick reference guide on the back. Lists all the components. Explanation for the setup. And then just everything else that we would need to play the game. So put this off to the side as well. Now we've got our token sheet. Looks like some of them already fell out. And we do have a whole slew of things sealed up in the packaging right here. Let's first make sure we've got the tokens. Well, I've got 2 of them right here. And looks like we're missing the other one. Here it is. All right, so everything for the tokens, we're good to go. Take a look at what we have underneath here. We have what looks to be the player boards. This is a 4-player game with some, I like this 3-dimensional like cutout and space to place some tokens. Pretty cool. I always enjoy that. We do have this premium bag. Not sure what we'll be using it for. The bases for, I'm guessing, heroes and villains. So plenty of plastic standees. Oh, plastic bases for standees. We don't need to take a look at what those actually look like. Let's take a look at the dice. So we do have the custom dice. Now, the white ones are completely custom. Wow. So are the black ones. I thought they might be D6s with the dots, but that's not the case. We've got the yellow die, and we do have a D10. Very curious to see how this game plays. It is more of a one-off scenario game from what I understand. So a little different than the campaign games that Julie and I typically like to play, but might be something that's a little bit more suitable for a game night. Then we've got what looks to be the wooden tracking tokens. And we probably have, so these tokens, as you can see, we have 3 different colors. They then fit the different levels. Oh, there's the heart. On the player board, and we have enough for 4 players, as well as this other token right here that I'll try to get out, but I don't want to have stuff going everywhere. So we have this as well, which probably some type of timer tracker that we'll be using during the course of the game. So we'll place all of these back in the bag, and I will place some of this stuff back in the box. Actually, probably the best place to keep it, and it'll give me a little bit more room for a few other things. So I believe it was in. I had a feeling that once I took this stuff out, it wouldn't go back in quite as easily. So let's just put all that back. Yeah, and everything fits there perfectly. Now let's see what we've got here. Plastic's a little tight, but nothing that will be overly difficult to get open. And these look to be story and event cards. So each of these, so Statue of the Spare Endgame Part 1. So we got a little bit of spoilers here. Not sure what we have at this part. So we've got a few of these different, interesting. Some of them are, I feel like there's definitely a specific way to take a look at them. So Geometry of the Void, whole slew of different cards. And as you'll notice, they've got some story text. I guess the upside down part with the art is to make it some type of event or something you're experiencing and make it a little, a little harder to cheat. Not sure exactly what they're for, but the art on all of these is fantastic. It's very cool. I am really interested to see how this is going to be a part of the game. Now, this looks to be the enemy cards here, I'm guessing. Spawn of Cthulhu. So, yeah, I think I'm fairly safe in making that prediction. So we do have all of the different enemy cards. We don't have time to go through all of them. Jesse Monroe, don't know, maybe he's an ally, human. We've got, could have some of the hero cards here as well, but, or enemies. No, these ones are definitely different, so I'd say these may be some of the character cards. Yeah, John Abigail Crafter, Sam Fairbanks. So we do have basically all of the different enemies as well as the hero characters. Love the art. Gunther Bergman, Bruiser. Very cool. So as we can see here, Sabina Mohawk, the Nowak, the Mystic, Sir Nicola Frankopan, the Crafter, Laurie Gerard, Mystic, Hank Horton, Bruiser. Very cool. I like how there's some classes to it. I know we're not really going into a lot of detail. This is really just an unboxing to see what is included in the game. Don't worry, when we do the review, we'll go through the components in a bit more detail. Don't think we're going to showcase all of the monsters, though. So here we've got what looks to be different item and character cards here. So we've got a whole set of equipment, and then it looks to be skills. So looking at this one, teleportation thing. Circumnavigator, dropped one. Make sure that you can see it. Sorry if I'm holding these at an angle. The sideways aspect of the card makes it a little difficult to go through. But as you can see, we've got a whole other set of armor here. So I don't want to mix any of this stuff up, so I'm not sure what it is yet. But it looks to be like we've got items and armor cards, maybe even potentially for some specific characters. So we got some more over there as well. These look to be weapons. So here we do have a whole slew of different weapons. Adjustable scope, weapon modifications, brass umbrella, jagged karambit. So everything here that's got that hand symbol is actually a weapon card. Maybe these are spells or some other type of items. Not quite sure. This one's a little more difficult to get open. So we've got a Stygian Labrium, iridescent discharger. So these look to be more like some other types of items, maybe things that can be picked up, one-time use. There's a pulse grenade, armillary sphere, pneumatical charge. So we got some cool stuff here, and these also seem to be items. I'm guessing that these jewels do make them sort of character specific or class specific. If you happen to have played the game or taken a look at the rules and you feel like correcting me down in the comments below, go right ahead. Any info is always welcome. So we do have what looks to be like some more character items, things like that. So we've got Ornithopter, Candelabrum, Ascolus. So it looks to me like this stack here is just potentially like a mix of all different cards. Maybe even something that's suggested for a starting game. Love the Gatling gun. Death Whistle. So pretty cool. We'll keep that where it was and just separate from everything. Now these definitely look, in terms of cards, look like they have to do with some of the different tokens or specific, well, we saw that one that sort of matched this symbol here. Maybe these are some different event cards, which are typical big factors in Cthulhu-based games. So Eye Infection, Brawling Shroud, Fright Lord's Taunt, Tears of Mercy, Maneuvering Ruin. So it looks to be like we do have a whole slew of different... we've got, once again, these are mixed up, so it could be that we've got some event cards. Others could be just sort of something that happens when any explorer activates a map space. They lose 1 health. Some negative effects, random cards you're going to be drawing. Don't like the fact that they are all mixed up. I'm wondering if these 3 stacks are all the same. I will keep them as they were packaged for the moment, but I'll have to see if it's something that needs to be sorted. If they do need to be sorted, I'm not exactly sure why, unless some of these are specifically part of the Kickstarter exclusives. And it's been a while since I backed the campaign. I can't remember exactly what was available and what wasn't exclusive. So once again, all the same cards. Take a look. Well, tapes of cards. As you can see, just from me scrolling through them quickly, different than what we had last time. But it looks to me that all 3 of these stacks are very much identical and a mix of those 2 types of cards. So we've gone through all of this stuff. So we'll now take a look at what we have. Yeah, once again, a mix. So we'll put all of this back into the box. Now lastly, we have this big pack of tiles and what looks to be the scenario. I really don't like it when things are packaged in plastic like this. I don't see what the advantage is, unless there's something different specifically for the premium game versus the base game. Gotta make sure that plastic doesn't come back on camera. So we've got the scenario tracker right here. We've got a couple more token sheets. Looks to me like all of these ones are the characters and the monsters that we can be facing. Looks to me like there are some extra tokens here just to fill out all the room. Some of them are already falling out, but no details, so don't believe that you'll need to keep them. Just the ones that actually matter. And the heroes do appear to just stand out a little bit more by just being that sort of grayscale, but yeah, not a colored version on the other side. And very easy to pop out, as you can see. I'm just lightly tapping them and we're just about good to go. And then here we've got all of the different location tiles that we'll be using to build the map when you're playing the game. Now let's see if there's anything special. We've got a few. Horror in the Ice, endgame. So it looks to me like some of this, we've got some 3 specific endgame tiles. Let's see if there's anything on the other ones. Now, all the other tiles are double-sided, so the ones that are face down are specific to the endgame. Well, there you have it. You've now seen everything that is in the box for Machina Arcana, the 2nd edition, the premium version of the game. Now keep it right here, as I'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell down there so that YouTube will make sure that you're in the know as to when our next video will be released. Also, down below in the video description, you can find links to all of our social media feeds. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You want to see some pictures of Julie and I playing Machina Arcana when we get it to the table? Well, follow those feeds. You'll be able to see them. Also, popping up in front of me is going to be links to some of our previously released content. One will be to our most recent release. The other will probably go back to something that is related to this, so I'm thinking it's going to be Cthulhu Death May Die. And don't forget, keep playing games.